Hi, I'm Chris Bergwald, Director of Adult Faith Formation with the Diocese of Sioux Falls.
I'm Eric Gallagher, the Director of Adolescent Faith Formation for the Diocese of Sioux Falls.
And this is our 6th video on Sherry Weddell's book, Forming Intentional Disciples, looking at Chapter 6, which is on the second threshold. We talked about thresholds in the last video. The second threshold is on curiosity. And to me, so somebody that maybe they've already established that relationship of trust with somebody who already is a disciple. And now they're a little curious and they start asking questions. And to me, one of the most important points that she makes is that curiosity is not seeking. So because we have to be careful, just because somebody is asking questions doesn't mean seeking is a later stage, closer to becoming that consciously becoming an intentional disciple. Sometimes we make the mistake of presuming that because somebody's asking us questions about Jesus or the church or the faith, various teachings, whatever, we get really excited. Oh, this person's about ready to take the next step, and we want to, and we can sort of push them. Because we think they're further along in the process than they really are. So to me, the importance of recognizing that is, okay, where is this person really at? They're asking questions, but are they just sort of, still a little bit passive and wondering, well, why do Catholics believe this? Why do Christians do that? Or are they further on? And knowing the difference is really important.
She mentions about how we need to ask them questions instead of just answering, and instead of just giving them answers to things. It's, in a sense, it's like if you were looking to buy a new electronic device or something, and they came to you and said, hey, I'm interested in a new cell phone, and you can kind of give them the details of the cell phone and what you use and why you really like it. But that they may not need that at that time of their life, and so you really ask them questions to figure out what's best for them, and your wisdom and understanding of all the different ways of looking at that is important for them, so you can lead them in a better understanding of really what they're curious about. And so they're not ready to buy it yet, but they're looking and they're asking for your help. You can be more helpful if you guide them and making that decision themselves, rather than, like you said, pushing them past that. One of the things that really stuck out to me in the chapter is how she says, if we're to draw out curiosity about Jesus, we actually have to talk about Jesus.
Right.
And so in the first threshold, again, we built up that trust with this person, and to draw out that curiosity, that actually takes us to a point where we actually have to be comfortable talking about who Jesus is and inviting them. And so just exposing them to that person and who he is. And again, we go back to that reality that we have to know who Jesus is.
Right.
And so to get other people curious about it, we not only have to know it, but it really has to be a fruit of what we're experiencing. Again, if it's an electronic device, I love this, and I want you to love it as much as I love it, and we can get so excited about it. But the goal is to draw them into being more excited about it themselves. And
to me, one of the important points there, again, this is reiterating things we said before. The we here is not just DREs or youth ministers or catechists. It's all of us. It's everybody who is a Christian, in our context, everybody who's a Catholic is called to be comfortable talking about Jesus. Not just father, not just sister, not just the DRE, not just the catechist, but we're all called to do that. Because again, what we were just saying in the last video about trust, maybe there are people out there who don't know the DRE of the parish, who don't know the priest of the parish. We are the ones, just all of us, the ordinary, everyday Catholics are the ones who are called to grow in discipleship ourselves, to establish a relationship of trust with others who we already know, maybe, and build up that relationship, and then be comfortable talking about our faith, talking about our relationship with Christ as well.
I think that forces us to begin thinking about if you're a doctor or you work at a store and you have these other coworkers, that challenge to actually begin talking to those people about Christ, or even harder for many people, talking about Christ with your own family.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about the thresholds. Often we do have a trust with our family members already, and that's why it's such a great responsibility to lead them to Christ, because it's time, and they're at that threshold where they trust you. Now you need to begin talking about Christ, which is very difficult for a lot of people.
It is, but God gives us the grace, the power, the
Yes.
ability to do it.